Everybody, welcome back to the Red One. This is the Liverpool versus Man United match reaction, and wow. First of all, let's just start off with it's a neutral result for me. Like, I think we could have done a bit more to push for the point, but we'll digest it by half. So I think the first half we was pretty poor. Liverpool dominated the game, but Liverpool also showed that they can be beaten. Like there wasn't anything special. They didn't really create anything too much. I don't even really remember David De Gea making a decent save in the first half, and we was pretty poor in the first half. We kind of just sat back and we was giving them too much respect, really. And then I think at half time we realised that these are not really doing anything to us. We can push on a bit more, push on forward. And in the second half we had a lot more joy. Like, I know this was a goalless draw, but there's still a lot to digest and talk about, because the second half we came out and we played a lot better from the start, and I think Liverpool played the better first half, and I think we played the better second half. I think that the only save that David De Gea had to make was from Thiago, from a long shot, but I think it was a pretty comfortable save. But other than that, there wasn't no sort of goal line, off the line sort of wow, Man United are hanging on for dear life. We defended well. I think also Liverpool defended well with that makeshift defence. But the best chances fell to us, and they did, with Bruno Fernandes and Paul Pogba. I think Bruno should have done better. I know what he tried to do. He just tried to get it on target, but I do think that the way the ball was coming, he could have maybe put a bit more onto it and seen it through into the back of net. And Pogba, don't get me wrong, he got a sweet strike on it, but it was straight at him, straight at the goalkeeper, and that could have really changed the season for Man United if one of them would have gone in. We could have really pushed on. But so, like I say, it's a neutral result. We're kind of where we are. We're kind of where we left off when we started the game with Liverpool, but we've got Leicester now that are closer, 2 points. City, if they beat Crystal Palace, and their other game, they actually then go top. So we've kept the same gap on Liverpool, but we've let other teams catch up, so which is not great. Bruno Fernandes, I think, had one of his poorest games in a Man United shirt as well, and he was quite angry when he came off, but he deserved to come off. He shouldn't have been on the pitch any longer. Every time we got the ball to him, he somehow managed to give it away, apart from that chance. And I think, like I said, he should have scored that chance, so I think he deserved to come off. Rashford as well, I don't think he had a very good game. How many offsides? Why does he keep going off? He can't keep himself on side. I think he needs to get onto the training ground and do some more techniques on trying to stay on side. I think it was 7 or 8 times in the first half Man United was caught offside, and a lot of that came from Rashford. I think 4 of them was from him, and that was the most he'd ever done. That was the 4 that he'd done on the first half was more than he's done in a whole game. So he was offside a lot, and he has been over the last few games as well. He just keeps being offside, so I think he needs to work on his positioning better and getting in on them runs. But I don't think he had too good of a game like Bruno didn't. I think Pogba played okay. I think the whole defensive back 4 had a really good game as well. Obviously, I don't think David De Gea did much at all. Martial, nothing really in particular. I think Cavani changed the rhythm of the game a bit when he came on. We started getting a bit more free kicks, because Cavani's really good at holding the ball up, so we started getting a few more little free kicks in and around the area. And just putting a bit more pressure on. I think Cavani added something to us when he came on the pitch. Greenwood, when he came on, I know it was not for long, but he didn't add anything great to the table either. He hasn't really done at all in his last 3 or 4 substitutions that he's come on. So I think Greenwood needs to pick up some confidence somewhere. Fred, McTominay, they give the ball away a couple of times in the first half, some sloppy passes, as did Maguire. But I'd say an average game. I don't think any of them was out of the skin. But there is one player that I want to say that I think played exceptionally well, and that is Luke Shaw. He pocketed Salah. Like, Salah didn't really get a chance, or not really a proper look in the game. Like, he did really well against him. And so Shaw definitely has to be the man of the match for me. I don't think that anybody else really comes close in the Man United team to Shaw. Like, he was definitely the most outstanding player, and I'm disappointed because I do think we should have come away with the 3 points. I do think we had the better chances, and I think we needed it. Like, we've let other teams come into this rate. Like, we could have took these 6 points and we could have been 6 points ahead of Liverpool, 3 points ahead of City, 3 points ahead of Leicester. Like, that was like a bit of a, I don't know, just a bit of a gap, but it is what it is. We've got the, like, it's still not a bad result in terms of the game. Like, coming to Anfield and getting a point, that's not a bad result. But just in terms of, like, I just think that they was there for us to beat them. Like, they're not the Liverpool that was of last season. They're definitely not. They've lost that little bit of oomph that they had in their team. They've lost it, and we should have took them out, really, I think. But I'm sure Liverpool might think the same thing about us, but they would but from a Man United fan's point of view, I watched the full game. I watched Ole Gunnar Solskjaer after, and Maguire, and I think they was both disappointed as well that we didn't come away with the 3 points. So we definitely wanted to come to Anfield and to try win the game, which is better than some of the other games that we played, where I think we've played for a draw. And Harry Maguire said after the game that we should have took the 3 points. And it's disappointing that we didn't take the 3 points. So that means that the progress there, they're actually thinking that they can go to Anfield and beat them, instead of some of the comments that Ollie came out with in his press conference about a shock and an upset. Like, I didn't get that at all. Like, Liverpool had the makeshift centre-backs. They've been in and out of form. Like, we've got one of the best away forms and the home forms, and Liverpool have the best home form, but forms don't really matter. Form doesn't matter when you're in a big rival game like that for the top of the league. So I don't think and we could have really knocked Liverpool off that home run record that they had today. Like, we definitely had the best chances. There's no two ways about it. So that is my little reaction. I'm a bit disappointed, but I'm happy that we're staying in top spot for now, and let's just hope City can slip up against Palace, or is it Burnley? No, Villa. Hopefully City can slip up against Palace or Villa, and we can try to keep this momentum. And same with Leicester as well. So I know we've got Fulham next, and then we've got Liverpool again in the cup. But yeah, it's a neutral one. Like, I won't say I'm really happy, but I'm not really disappointed with the result either. So my man of the match, as you can probably guess, is Luke Shaw, 100% man of the match, and well played by the back four really as well. So some average performances, some decent and some bad. I think Bruno, like I said, worst game. But that's going to be it from me. I'm going to wrap this up now with a neutral feeling, and we'll go into Fulham, hopefully take the 3 points and keep the pressure on for that title. That's how we do it, and that's how we can keep on pushing on. So thank you for watching, guys. This is the Red One signing off. I will catch you again in another video.